Hi everyone, Fubzy here, welcome back to my map tactics series, and today it's the turn of Mountain Pass. So we will start, I think, with this base here, base 2. Right, so if you're in a artillery piece, a couple of places that you might want to go. One is down in this corner here. You can actually get quite well camouflaged down there with bushes. I have actually been the victim of being shotgunned when the artillery could see me and I couldn't see the arty, and I was in the cap circle here. So I know that that is quite a decent place. It's not one that I normally use myself. If anything, I tend to get up on the hill just here because it gives you a bit more elevation for shooting up into this area, although this can generally clear that quite well as well. Or my personal favourite is to go up on there. And reason being that you can hit this area quite well, you can hit into here quite well, you can hit the bridge if they're coming into there, and you can get good shots in there. So this is my preferred place. If you're in a heavy tank, you're likely to find yourself in one or two places. You might come this way, you might come this way. Now, depending on what the enemy team have got, depends on how you're going to play it. If all you're trying to do is to defend this road, I would suggest that you come on this corner, simply because you can, as they start pushing, you can get shots in, you can pull back, you can pull forward again, put another shot and pull back again. You could also, if you're being a bit more aggressive, you go on that side. Don't come on this side to try and poke there because it's too open, but if you do come on this side, just be aware of the bridge. Again, you can pull back slightly there, take out anything that's here before you start trying to push around this corner. If a lot of your team are going this way and all you want to do is defend this road and you've got next to no support at all, just stay up here, and as they push around here, they've got a big open area that they need to push through, where you've got, especially if you've got good gun depression, you can play hull down off this ridge as they start getting closer to it, or obviously by pulling back you can use the ridge there to be hull down. So depending on how you're going to play it, you could go there, you could go there. 9 times out of 10 though, you'll probably find yourself in there. The other place you could go in a heavy is over towards this rock here and this little mound. I wouldn't advise that you try and play this area or this area in a heavy, because it is not RT safe. At least if you get into here, this becomes a bit more of a problem for the artillery with regards to hitting you. If you are in a TD, please do not sit up there. You're out of the battle for far too long. Okay, either again, come and sit down there, and anything that tries to push on your heavies you can take shots on, depending on what kind of a TD you're in. If it's a heavy type one, can take hits, you could go with your heavies there. But another good place you can go is either in there, sniping across, up here, sniping across this way, or, and you find a lot of people do this, sniping across the bridge there, because it's quite a narrow corridor type thing that they need to come through. So that is quite good positions for your TDs. Again, you know, if you've not got many people that have gone this way, you can also do like we said with the heavies there, and you can defend it from there. If you're in a medium, then you're probably going to find yourself making your way over towards here, again playing this area, taking out anything that's in here. You may come over more towards this way, trying to help again from there or there, trying to help your heavies win there. You don't normally find too many mediums going this way. If you are in a light tank, you got one or two things that you might want to try and do at the start of this game. The first one is you might want to try and get in here where this TD is. I'm just going to move him back for this, and you can sit on that corner, and as long as you get it right, you know, it's very difficult for them to hit you, and you, oh, pardon me, and you can get some good vision over here, and you can light things up for your team to start shooting at from here. The other one that you could do, I'm having a mare here, aren't I? The other one that you could do is you can race over to here, and you can play this ridge and try and get spots that way. This is a little bit more risky, particularly since there's normally always something up there that can shoot down on you. You will get spotted, and it's a lot harder to run away from. You can come and play under there. If you're going to play under the bridge, play this side, okay, because anything that wants to come and shoot you has to get itself really exposed from one side or the other to try and hit you. If you're going to sit on this side, and I do see people that do it, then they can hit you from there, okay, and these guys can't hit them. But just by doing that, you get yourself safe from these without them exposing themselves to fire from the other side. So that's pretty much it from base 2. Let's have a look from base 1. Okay, artillery positions, again, you've got some good cover in the trees. A lot of people like to go up here, and again, my personal favourite is just up on the ledge here. What I will say is these positions and these positions, they are well known, so be careful of counter battery fire. It's not uncommon for the arty to try and take one another out on this map, and it's also fairly easy to do. So if you've got a mission for counter SPG fire, this is a good map for trying to do that on. If you're in a heavy, again, you're likely to be making your way down here somewhere or over here. If you are coming to this side, just be aware that at the top of the ridge just there, this position's not really artillery safe, so be very careful there. If you get down into here, you are more artillery safe, but again, you're open to a little bit of fire from the side if anyone's come that way. I think you're outside of render range to anything that's here, but they might just, you know, take a pop at you anyway, get lucky. If you're in a heavy tank and you come down to here, there's a couple of things to be aware of. Number one, if you are playing this side or up on here, which I do see a lot of people do, you are not artillery safe. I particularly like to hug this side here and work my way along that wall. Yes, it means that you can sometimes find yourself getting shot from over here and trying to deal with things here as well, but as long as you're careful, that's preferable to having a nice big shell land on you and take off 90% of your health. If you're in a TD, again, you know, you can play this area shooting across. There's bushes there, there's bushes there. It's not the strongest area though. You do find some people up here and they'll be attacking anything that comes there, but unless you get something come there, then again it's a very useless position and you're not helping your team at all. If you want to try and back up your heavies, you can play these areas at the back here and just snipe through these little lanes at anything that you see. You can play up here and punish anything that pokes around the corner, but my personal favourite really is you're going to play either there, there or there, and you're just looking to protect the bridge, stop them pushing over the bridge. And if you're in this position here, you're normally pretty arty safe because you'll be moving around a lot as well. If you're in a medium, okay, then there's a good chance that you can rush this area sometimes. Obviously depends on what tier you are. If you're top tier, if you're in something quick, how many tanks they have that are quick as well. But it is an option to sometimes try and rush into here and deny them that. Particularly if you're in a platoon, say you've got 3 Batchats or 3 Object 140s, and they've not got many or 2 particularly quick medium tanks, or you can rush and you can use these ridges here and you can try and get in behind here. And if you can do one of these two, it can really cause problems for the team that spawn at this location. So that is something I really like to do. You could always back up your heavies there excuse me, but rushing into there or rushing into there, I just find a lot more preferable than sitting behind the heavies trying to support them. If you can get in here or here, that causes a lot of problems to the enemy team, lets your heavies push out and really cause some problems. If you're in a light tank, again, you can spot from there. You can spot by coming over here, or you can try and get yourself under the bridge if you want to be a pain. Again, for them to then take you out, they need to come across, which of course gives everybody shots into them while they try to take you there. The problem is, if you don't get tanks on here, let's say that the enemy win that area, okay, it's now quite easy for them to get shots in there. You have to then start pulling more around this way, which puts you at risk of these guys here. So This is not my favourite position. It's doable, but it's not something that I would overly recommend. So mediums I would say more in the where's it gone? There it is. It's the right colour. More in there and there, and lights either spot this and then run away, or just spot from there and then see where you can go afterwards. Okay, I hope you've enjoyed that one. If you do enjoy the Map Tactics series, then give us a like. Think about subscribing so you don't miss out on any. And next time we will look at Murvanka. So until next time, guys, take care.